Alright guys, we're gonna do the first game. I actually recorded the other two games first, but we're gonna go over the first game where we made them FF, and we can still talk about, obviously we're gonna highlight the things that you guys did well, but we're gonna talk about some of the things that we could have done differently just to um, talk about transitioning the game smoother, especially when we have such a big lead. A goal that we should have that you guys should have is literally whatever our fastest time of winning a game is, we should try to beat that every time that we play, because that means we're making less mistakes, or we're making a lot more of the appropriate decisions and at the right moments. But I feel like anytime that we win a game, especially when we crush someone like this, doesn't matter if we start at 0-1 and then we won or what. This is also what I was telling you guys. You have to talk about um, like what you're going to start and if you're going to throw yours first kind of thing, because this is just easy money. First kill. And you could have just thrown yours right away too. I'm not sure why you hesitated either, Mystic, but we still need to talk about, I could tell you guys about how to chain your stack your crowd control. I can't remember what I was talking about. Shit. Put a ward down this time. It's good. Mystic got his down too. It's good. And he did it over the wall like we talked about, which is nice. This is, I talked about this in the last video too. You should absolutely be switching targets sooner, Central. Because you guys could have easily got Nunu's flash here. Um, I talk about this with everyone. I'm not saying you specifically. I'm just saying we need to switch targets a lot sooner. As soon as we basically see the Nunu, I'll show you when. So now we know Nunu's there, and you repel. As soon as you repel and you do this, like he's retreating, you should just immediately turn on to the Nunu. Because now it's, yeah, it just immediately should be already, if you should have cocooned the Nunu back here, and he's gonna blow his flash. I don't know if we'll get the kill or not, but he's gonna blow his flash. You guys gotta switch targets sooner, just like I tell these guys down here to do the same thing. We just have to switch targets. You guys um, already got the jump on them and everything like that, so you really need to just switch targets. This guy has a lot of games on Galio, and he has a pretty high win rate. He did not look that impressive at all. You guys did really well down there. And the Ezreal wasn't very good either. See, this is one of the first times you guys have actually switched targets on time. That was really good. That whole trade was really good. And you also need to talk, Mystic, about when your hook's back up too. That's something that I've been wanting you guys to talk about. This guy just suicided. Um, but you should just say, I got hook in 3. So um, he knows when you actually have it. I believe you get both of these, right? Yep, it's good. You're doing a really good job until the turret. I can't remember if you died or Central dies at the turret. Because again, we went in too far. And you guys should also be talking. Yeah, it's you to dice. You guys should be talking also about your cooldown before you ever come in Central. You should be asking him how long until you're stunned, because he should be basically leading with his stun to make the rest of this gank just easy. Because we know he doesn't have flash. So the communication, again, about stack and CC really needs to happen all the time. We need to ask him, hey, how long until you have stun? Because then you know he doesn't have vision just by where you were sitting. So this whole gank would have been different. And you also could have thrown, like when you were here, you could have thrown your cocoon probably. Um, but it's just a communication thing. You guys need to actually talk about when you have your crowd control so you can stack it appropriately. And we immediately need to call out Nunu's top so bottom lane knows that they can continue to be aggressive there. And this is, you're again in a situation I've talked about before, Dawn, mid lane, where you are manaless. So you should just be calling central to help you come get this shove the turret so you can go back and buy. Instead of you're overextended because you don't have mana. And look, he's going back, so it would have been perfect time for him to come and help you because of that. And this is one of those moments where I was talking about the last game as well, about you holding your flash for too long. Just flash immediately there, because there's no reason to hold it. Like, you're not going to kill him unless he takes literally 2 turret shots and like 9,000 damage from the minions there. So just don't hold it. Just flash it if you think there's at all more than like 50% chance you die there. You should just flash. You still have cleanse. You would have been fine. You guys really, really dominated this guy bottom. And like I was talking about the last game, about letting Jace, or in the I can't remember, I'm sorry, I recorded these out of order, about letting Jace get the 1 kill. This time I'm perfectly fine with you doing it, because taking the kill, because you're on an assassin. So it's perfectly fine if you got the kill, because then you'll just really start impacting the game even more. So, and that was a really good dive by you guys. It's really good stuff right there. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff we need to do. Anytime we have an advantage like that, we need to set up dives. And it's going to eventually turn into where we have Dawn rotating with you guys to do those dives with you. And whenever you're warding mid too, especially versus a heavy ganking jungler, when you do your yellow trinkets, I know this isn't your yellow you're doing, you should be putting it like here, like in this little ridge, and then also like here, not these side bushes. Because if you guys pair your vision together, as well as central helping out, like you don't need the side bush as much unless it's someone like Lee Sin or a Vi who can come straight here. But if you have your vision here, you'll see him anyway. Your pink ward over there this time's fine, but if you get your pink ward deeper, like over here, it'd be there like the entire game. And you're, again, no idea. Like, you can clearly see he's moving like in an aggressive manner. You should just be out of there. We get one back. I believe you get out because of the plant. And you're in a bad spot too. Is your wave is just shoving on you big time. And that's another game where you literally told the team you can't fight them right now, and then you're doing it because of the minion wave that you have. That's 3 games in like I think it's 3 games in the last 3 scrims, so 1 game per scrim where you end up doing this. This one was especially not so good because you just told the team over comms that you can't fight him right now, basically. And this is the same thing as some of the other games too. We talked about this exact same scenario, Alex. You really gotta learn this part. We're crazy strong already, bot and jungle. You just need to relax, basically. The early parts of the game didn't go your way to start. We can have Central come back up here and help you out. He just went back to base. You just need to chill out, man. Because again, the late game scaling like hyper carry is now 2-0 at 8 minutes. And Don's starting to really rough him up. Just just shove the wave at this point. When he goes through here like this, like you know you have a big advantage on him. Literally, walk your ass over here and just start shoving this wave. Like shove it as fast as you can. Because even if you put all of your Qs down over here, you don't have ult still, but like just shove this into turret. Get dragon, it's good. We have bot lane priorities, so you went and took it. It's very good. Same thing fighting with the minions. That's a habit of yours. Is the waves getting shoved to his side, which happens too often in your lanes. And then you're trying to fight because you have the big minion wave, even though you may not have an advantage. Like you won that trade there that time, but I'm just saying it's a habit. Good cocoon. But that's why I was telling you the last fight too, to just chill out because Central's gonna be able to come up here. He's super strong. This is where I believe you guys do like incredibly well versus this dive. And these guys really don't do this dive properly. That's for sure. Yeah, you guys played that so much better than them. That was really good. And I know this wasn't on the comms, but you should be calming that you're gonna flash. I don't think we get Ezreal. But it's another situation too where, so let's just go back to it again, the whole way. Okay. So we don't see Rise yet. We know Rise is here now. This should just be you two pushing mid together, right here. Because it's already way too late for us to respond, unless we had TP. We don't have TP. This should be you guys literally taking probably 2 or 3 plates off this thing right now. Or you could be doing Shelly. Like, both of those are perfectly good plays. Way better than running all the way down here and maybe getting something done. So you start roaming at 1040. Let's just track. So 20 seconds of wasted time is what it ended up being, instead of you guys literally just hammering this turret or doing Herald. Both of those would have been so much better. You shove this wave, go to Herald, or shove this wave and you both hammer on this turret. Because remember, with her little spiderlings too, you guys really go through the plating fast. So that was a really good job by the bottom lane, but Dawn and Central, you guys should immediately recognize that you had two really good options on the table and we did neither. Good return gank. Whiff on everything and he still dies. But good return gank because we know he doesn't have flash. This is when we should be trying to get some vision on that top side. You got a two level advantage on him. Very nice. We got top turret. So look how quick this game. It's only 12 minutes in the game. You guys are already up 6K. And we've could have done more things. You guys do a really good job though of just literally overtaking everything. And I don't know what this, I need to go back because I wanted to see this actually in game. Why this Ezreal thought. Oh, okay. He overstayed. I'm telling you, sometimes these plates are just bait. He stayed for 2 plates and he ends up dying for it. You guys, that's why back times. You guys really got to learn proper back timing so you can meet the opponent back in the lane at the same time, or you can get back to lane with an advantage in some way. So right here, after you guys get this gank off, you should clear this and then roam mid. Like 100%. Especially after we know that Nunu died. Wow, you guys, I didn't even remember you guys getting that kill. We get the second turret. So you guys are fine. I thought the Jax went back there for some reason. You guys are fine what you did. Now we get Herald, I believe, right? Yeah. And Dragon's coming up as well. So you guys didn't make many mistakes, but there's still opportunities because they're just common practices that you guys need to do every game. Of, all right, they're making a big plate bottom. It's way too far for us to run. What can we do? You guys could have turned that into a 3-man dive. Top too is the third option I didn't even talk about. Let me find that again. It's this. Okay. So yeah, you guys could have turned this also into basically a 3-man ambush up here, like as a response. So there was 3 options on the table that was better than just basically running bottom. And it's good that you're looking to deny here, but the other options on the table were way better at this point because we had 2 exceptionally good options, mid and Herald, and then diving top was another really good option. Especially we know he doesn't have flash right now too. So I'm not going to go too much further into this one because you guys get them to forfeit. It's like a slaughter the whole game. But the whole point of like going over this stuff is literally turning the way you guys think in the moments of like key points in the game, because it should automatically turn. Actually, I think this is a good port right here. Right here, you two are going bottom. We should just be trading for the mid turret right now. You guys should be 100% just giving them the bottom turret and just trading for this one. Because it's okay if they get the first turret. This is the most important turret to get, especially when we have the advantage. We literally overtake their entire jungle. If we just, we could literally rotate. We're doing Herald right now too. It'd be even better. Like you guys should have just stayed mid and let them do a little bit of damage bottom because you were already there. Like you guys are running. You're chasing and then you're running aimlessly for way too long. Dawn could have just went bottom whenever he was back. That's why like um, we really need to flip a switch in our brains, especially when we're making decisions after we get information. I say it all the time. You guys win with information. You guys need to start thinking objective instead of bloodthirsty, need to get more kills kind of stuff. Because it's not always the best option. This guy suicided there too. Yeah. You guys got the turret this time, which was good. Unlike yesterday. You guys are making like plays this game, which was great. I don't know. I think you guys kill him and get away. Yeah. So just keep thinking of, is it too far for me to run or chase after these guys in comparison to whatever objective is available to me right now? So say the same situation for Central and Dawn came up with that bottom play, and we knew the entire top side of his jungle was up. Um, that play still would have you being mid and him taking all the jungle is still better than us just basically wasting time. Because this scuttle's going to be there for you no matter what, because you know where Nunu is. Well, he's dead now, but he's about to die. He dies right there. So you guys got to really think about the stuff as fast as possible, and it just comes down to literally, is it too far for me to, is it in time for me to still be able to run down to help the team? Is there a better option where I could do something that's objective based, or can I go make another play on the opposite side of the map? So like I said, the 3-man dive top or Herald for the objective. So you guys really need to start breaking that down in the moments. And bottom, you can also, as this is going on, um, like especially in this moment right now, say we're fine, push for objectives because you guys really outplayed them in this 2 versus 4. So you guys can also call that out. So then Dawn can immediately just turn back to mid lane, and then we can call for Central to help, or Central can just call for him to come to the Herald. So we just need to really start um, thinking objective based, because the more you guys chase, the harder you're going to have in a lot of games, because it's not how you win games in competitive fives. So just really got to start thinking about that